Gareth Southgate told his England stars you can pull out of the Russia World Cup if you think it's not safe. The Three Lions boss insists his team will not boycott the tournament. That is despite calls from politicians to snub the event after a former Russian double agent and his daughter were poisoned in Salisbury. This morning, Labour's Stephen Kinnock said the tournament should be taken away from Russia, and even pushed back until next year. He asked, should we really be having a celebration of the beautiful game in Russia, given what's happened on the streets of Salisbury? But yesterday Boris Johnson warned that for England to boycott the World Cup would punish fans and players. Southgate confirmed England will take their own chef this summer to allay any fears over possible food and drink contamination. He said it is a really serious matter and I am aware of the dynamic that's going on. It's always an individual decision. You select and assume that everyone wants to go, but that doesn't always happen. I've traveled the world and been to countries where I've been warned about where to walk and where to go. Then 2 days later I have ended up running down the street because I have realized you can live in fear or you can get on with things. I am not one to be inhibited by traveling to foreign countries where there have been issues. It's probably something I would raise with them just because it is so visible at the moment. Whenever there is speculation and uncertainty, it's important that you put it into context for everybody. But my job as England football manager is to concentrate on football and prepare the team. As far as all my briefings are concerned, we are preparing to go to the World Cup. There is no doubt in my mind that is what we should be doing. I think it's a matter that's completely out of my control really. We are desperate to go to a World Cup and that's where my remit ends on that matter. The only thing at this stage of the highest importance is the safety and security of our players, staff and travelling supporters. Russia has vowed to hit back at the UK after Theresa May announced 23 Kremlin spies will be kicked out of Britain in the wake of the attempted hit on Sergei Skripal and his daughter Yulia. And the Foreign Office issued a warning to Brits travelling to Russia, telling them to avoid discussing politics and watch out for anti-UK bigotry. Southgate was asked about the tense standoff with Russia as he announced call-ups for rookies Alfie Mawson, Nick Pope and James Tarkowski for the friendlies against Holland and Italy later this month. Prime Minister Theresa May has told politicians and royals not to attend this summer's showpiece. And while Southgate will give his players the final choice on whether or not to take part, he will not turn his back on using local produce at their base near the city of St. Petersburg. The Three Lions chief said, I don't see any reason why we wouldn't eat it. We always take a chef away with us and part of his responsibility is to source the produce. That is standard procedure with the senior team and some of the junior teams when they travel as well. Burnley keeper Pope earned his call-up having excelled standing in for the Croc Tom Heaton. Southgate has paid regular visits to Turf Moor in recent weeks. And the 25-year-old stopper's rise is a remarkable one, having spent time on loan with several non-league clubs before moving from Charlton to Burnley in 2016. Southgate added Nick's form has been excellent. Great credit to Burnley and Sean Dyche. But we need to find out more about Nick because, if we lose one of our senior keepers, we don't want to be bringing a new player in.